The reason why not having a joint account has worked is because we don't have secrets.
Talking about how wise in men, okay, women go to church and men are not there. You just check when Christianity came to Africa and check when Christianity came to Nigeria, right?
What value do you give to family prayer? If you value family prayer, then you will pray.
Hello and welcome. This is Safe House with Hetty. Safe House with Hetty is a TV talk show that focuses majorly on marriage and relationships. So, if you have any questions about marriage and you need to find answers, worry no more, you are definitely in the right place. I am Hetty, your host for the show. Today, we're talking about, are opposite sex friendships okay in marriage? Why and why not? Close friends play an essential role in our lives. They often share our dreams, our hopes, humor, and beliefs, leading to greater affection and deeper feelings of connectedness. This warm affection brings us comfort and joy along the journey of life. I believe that having friends, even of the opposite sex, is normal and very healthy. However, there's an increased risk in regards to having a close or intimate friend of the opposite sex when you're married. We'll take a short break now. Don't go away.
If you value family prayer, then you will pray.
Welcome back. I'm Hetty, your host, and this is Safe House with Hetty. With me on the show today is Mr. Soji Olayinka. He is a renowned marriage counselor. And he's been married for 19 years and on, and he has beautiful children. Mr. Soji, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Soji, today we're talking about opposite sex friendships in marriage. What are the definitions of close and friend when it comes to marriage?
Okay. Closeness is defined by the people involved and how they define it. It's relative. I mean, I can be close to someone and he or she doesn't even know where I live.
Okay.
You could be close in terms of spiritual things. We could be close in terms of business. You could be close in terms of so many things, and then we could be close in terms of family. So closeness is actually, like I said, relative, and is defined by how you define it.
We are defining now close friendships with the opposite sex in marriage. That is like you, Mr. Soji, having a female friend that you are very close to.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the closeness that we are going to talk about concerning this discussion is, could we have the word intimate closeness?
No, I didn't say intimate though, because when you say intimate, they will start looking at it as if there are other things that no okay. Sex.
It is just
because you are married, you are not supposed to be having sex with another person.
Yes.
Good. So you are just talking of a friend.
Okay.
Yes. And you know, I don't joke with that word friend, you know. I believe that you can have 1,001 acquaintances, but this woman is somebody you call my friend. Friend doesn't mean you must have sex with her. As a married man, you're not expected to have sex with a woman that is not your wife. Okay? Now, tell me, that kind of close friend.
Okay. So, I don't think there's a problem with that. Personally speaking, I don't think it should be a problem. Now, if I say personally speaking, I'm talking about myself. I have a lot of people that I'm close to, even in looking at what I do, you know, as a marriage counselor.
As a counselor, yeah.
And with all due respect to women, you'll find out that they are actually the ones that have more issues that need resolving than men. For instance, if you look at the number of people that I'm close to in terms of trying to resolve issues with them, there are more women than men. And you can't really resolve somebody's issue when you're not being friendly. Yes.
You need to be friendly. You need to actually get close to the person to feel what he or she feels, so that you can help the person, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Okay. Yes. But there's also another part to that. You know, you can actually, for me, I don't really try to be, because when you're talking about friendship, it becomes personal. You cannot have a formal friendship, or even if you have a formal friendship, that's not what we're talking about.
No.
We're talking about a friendship that is like
not professional friendship.
Yes.
Not even professional friendship.
Okay. So for me, I actually separate it. There are some that we are not friends, but I give them good counsel. There are some we get closer than just the professional part, and I still give counsel. But all in all, I think for me, it shouldn't be a problem if that person is disciplined. If you are disciplined enough not to take it from friendship to intimacy, there should not be a problem.
Okay, beautiful. My father once said that you and the friend you keep are the same. Say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. So when people say things like that, I just wonder, before I actually came up with this topic, I thought about myself. As a friend to a man that's not my husband, will I take it intimate? Will I take it into sex? Definitely that is not on my mind. Okay? Now, people could be in a devastated marriage and they use you as a kind of succor. Now I'm asking you, when you find yourself in that situation, this person is not your client per se, is your friend. She is your friend, and her marriage is in shambles. And each time she comes to you, she's happy and she laughs. How do you manage such a friendship?
Okay, good. So I'll give you a practical example. But before I give that practical example, you see, everybody should should have a focus as to what he wants to achieve in whatever that he's doing. Yes, you must have a focus. What is your focus? What is your primary objective in doing what you're doing? What's your vision? Okay, so for me now, if I'm talking about me now, my own primary assignment in the area of counseling is to bring happiness into the life of whoever I'm talking to. Peace and happiness, joy. That is my primary assignment. Now, how do I do that? That is what is in my head. Nothing else comes to my mind. Even if that person is in a vulnerable situation, I can't even think of anything that has to do with intimacy, because that's even going to add more to her problem.
Yes, because she's already vulnerable.
She's already vulnerable. She has an issue with her marriage. Now I'm giving.
And you are her friend.
I'm her friend. I'm now giving room for her to get intimate. That's even making the matter worse, because now she is thinking of adultery. That is not my. That's not my area.
Excuse me, hey, Mr. Shoji. She may not be thinking of adultery.
She may not, but
she may not be thinking of adultery.
Okay, she may not. But here's what I'm saying. A lot of women, thank God you're a woman, and you know that women are very emotional.
Yeah.
There are things that you tell women that it's just a matter of time. They begin to like you. It's just a matter of time.
That's what they said now. Scientists say women are moved by what they hear.
Okay.
So if you tell her kind words and her husband is not giving her such kind words, she will fall for you.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. So, like you said, her marriage is in shambles. She now finds succor in me, and she tells me all this and all this. And a lot of the time, we find people who are maybe wicked or mindless, or they are not disciplined enough. They also begin to now start having ideas in their minds. Don't worry, your husband has not had sex with you for 3 years. Don't worry, we can do stuff and all of that, which is evil.
Yes, very evil.
So, if you have a focus as a counselor to bring happiness, you will not even think of that. Now, where are the challenges where I want us to go to? I assume you are going there, but let me quickly go there. Maybe I should jump the gun.
Go quickly.
The problem that such a man will now have in his marriage with his wife, because women, they're emotional. Part of their being emotional, there is also a little bit of jealousy that comes into it. So there is no woman that will be very comfortable. Let me use the word comfortable. Seeing her husband being very close to the opposite sex, to another woman. And he's calling her every now and then, and they are probably in the dining table, maybe having lunch, and then if the phone rings, and he tells her, no matter how open he is to his wife, and it's
Lydia.
Yes, that is calling, and he's picking the call and he's talking to her for like 30 minutes, and the food is even getting cold. She wouldn't like it.
Yeah, she'll be very angry.
Very, very angry. Or in the night, it's 11 p.m. or 12 midnight, and the phone rings, and she's crying. Even if you put it in speaker, and she's crying, and my husband is doing this and that. If she wants to have that human feeling, but at the same time, it's like, let's say I go and look for somebody else. Is it my husband that is not the cause of the problem? Right? So I think what I do, I try to balance these things. I try to balance these things.
Remember, I'm not asking you as a counselor. I'm asking you as a friend, having a friend, not a client friend. Do you understand? My question is, having a friend of the opposite sex, whether you're a counselor or not, is not important in this question. Do you encourage people having opposite sex for friends?
Okay.
No, I know you are just put, because you are in that situation as a counselor. I understand where you are coming from, but I just want you to answer me on a very straight level, without any professional attachments. You have a friend that's a woman, and how are you managing it?
Okay, good. So here's the thing. For me personally, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. But having said that, I need to let people know that you have to know yourself. If you are someone that is not disciplined enough, right, that can take that friendship to the next level, please avoid any kind of closeness. Avoid any kind of closeness.
When I was trying to think about this topic and work around it, I asked questions, and what I got was, it's good for a woman to have a male friend that is not her husband. I say, why? Say, because, for instance, you have a misunderstanding with your husband, and you really cannot understand him because he is a man. Your friend that's a man, you can actually tell him, see what's happening, see what my husband did. That man, because he is a man, he will have he will be able to advise you on the best way to handle your husband. Okay? We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll talk more about this.
The family is the heartbeat of the world. It is made up of the husband, wife, and children. The society, in turn, is made up of families. Countries are made up of societies, while the world is made up of countries. Little wonder someone has said, if you destroy the family, you destroy the society.
The Bible says, if a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, and the Lord grants him favor.
Welcome back. We're asking, can a married person have a friend of the opposite sex? Let's continue on this discussion. Don't go away. Now, Mr. Soji, what are you saying about this?
So what I'm saying is this. There is not one cap that fits all. And for this particular topic and question, there is no flat yes or flat no. There are things to consider. There are variables to consider. If you know that your friend, there are people that have had, for me personally, I've had friends from A levels that up till now we are still friends. 30 years.
And they are women.
35 years. Women, of course. A number of them, we are friends. And we even talk. There are some of them that we even have, they tell me, because apart from being, I'm not a formal counselor. I counsel a lot of different people. They talk to me as a friend, tell me their issues as a friend, and I try to, counsel them, talk to them, advise them as a friend. Okay, let me give you an example. So, a friend of mine tells me, real life story, tells me that she's tired of her marriage. That for about 5 years now, she has not had sex with her husband.
5 years?
Yes, the husband has just stopped having sex with her. She's been married for 24 years. And she's just tired. And it's like, that for the first time in her life, she's thinking of cheating. Decent woman, brought up from decent home, decent family, she has 3 kids, she's doing okay. But now, she's ready to
commit adultery.
Yes.
So how will you handle that?
So I told her, I said there are 2 things. One, she said she will ask God for forgiveness. That God has been asking her prayers for a long time, and that God will still answer her. But she will do this one. In fact, there's already a guy out there that she's going to do it, and that she'll ask God for forgiveness. And
no, viewers, when women say they are going to do something, only God will stop them. Because I'm telling you, a woman, when she speaks, she's already doing what she's saying. Don't go away. Let's continue.
Yeah, woman. So you.
I'm telling you that.
I know you talked to a lot of them.
Yes.
So I told her. I said, okay, here's what we will do. Let us pray that instead that she will pray to God to forgive her, and she will go and do what she needs to. I said, okay, instead of that prayer, can we change the prayer point? Let us pray to God that whatever skill that is covering your husband's eyes, that God should remove it so that he can see you and desire you, and that let God intervene in your marriage. So that you can. She said no, she doesn't want that prayer.
Do you know that?
She said she doesn't want that prayer.
Is a serious attack on the marriage. That is an attack already, because Satan is evil. Satan does things that make you look unattractive anymore. Wanting to push you out to commit adultery, he pushes the man to commit adultery, and then he comes to your home and settles down there. Do you understand? It's a very spiritual matter. It's not even physical anymore. And for her to even make up that mind, I'm going to do it, it's no more a mistake. So when you even want to ask for forgiveness for that kind of sin, I wonder where you start from. Do you understand? And it's good that she can even say it. That's how you know really good people. Because they tell you, because they want every way you can help them to stop it. Really, she wants not to do it. That's why she's looking for help. So I don't know if you can tell us exactly how that thing ended.
So remember we are friends, right? Friends from way back, A levels.
Yes.
And so when she said she doesn't want that prayer, that God should remove this girl, that let the guy just, that she will go ahead. She wants this other prayer that she wants. So I had to ask her, I said, come, are you sure you've not even started this thing?
Good question.
She said, SOG, I won't lie to you. Yes, I have.
I told you.
You said so.
When a woman says she's going to do, she has already done.
She has done it once before COVID started, but after COVID, she will continue.
Jesus.
Now, here's the thing. She said something again, that in fact, that the way she is right now, that anybody that comes her way, she will just give the person, that her body wants it.
Oh my God.
That she has been, that is not even her, that is her body, that her body wants it. That 5 years, and she's living inside the house with the man. Now, here's the thing. Another friend, right, will take that as an advantage. Just take advantage of her.
Yes.
Because her body needs it. And she said that the way she is, anybody.
In fact, that's an invitation. Any invitation to you. Yes.
So what did I do? I actually went to pray for that marriage. And my prayer was that God intervene in the marriage of this, my friend. Intervene in the marriage. And funny enough, God actually answered, because she called me like 5 days after we had that conversation and said, did you actually pray? Because I know you say you will pray. Did you actually pray? I said, yes, I prayed now. That all of a sudden that she just lost interest in this guy.
Oh, thank God.
In fact, up to now, the poor guy doesn't know why. What happened. That just a 360 turn around.
Oh my God.
And she just. You
see, when the Bible says iron sharpens iron, that lady was getting weak and she spoke up. That is a wonderful thing. And thank God you were there. Because a lot of people really don't have somebody to talk to. Yeah. Because people judge them. People just, imagine if she had told somebody else, she would have been judged and condemned.
Yes.
And then she would be frustrated and she would go on with what she wanted to do.
Yes.
Now, I want to ask you, isn't it an invitation for you to counsel the husband? Do you understand? Talk to the husband. Do you know the harm you are doing? Do you know what the harm you are causing your wife?
Yes, it is, but you see, wisdom is profitable to direct.
Yes.
You don't just jump into people's spaces and start talking to them
And
about
when you
stuff.
are not called.
Yes, when you are not, it even causes more harm, more problems. Because the man may start saying, okay, so now you are not going to report me to people, and then your friend, who is this your friend that I don't even know from anywhere, and even has the guts to be calling me, to be telling me that what is this one?
Thank you. Just hold it there. I love that. Viewers, he said the friend that you don't know from anywhere, and that brings me to this question. When you have a friend that is of the opposite sex, is it good for your spouse not to know that friend of yours?
Well, it depends on the level of closeness. For instance, it's not all my friends that my wife knows, but there are some that are very close that he knows. I'm an open book, actually. Maybe I should use myself as an example.
No, don't
I'm not an ideal person. That's the truth.
I did such.
I don't lock my phone. I'm so open. Everything. I don't have any secret. My wife knows all my friends, the ones that I'm close to, the ones I'm not close to. I'm just
the one that you are trying to drop.
Yes. The thing is that for me, there are some, because of the kind of personality that I have, I joke with people, I laugh with people, people just like me.
Attracted, yeah.
Yes, So sometimes some women get so attracted to me, and she begins to feel uncomfortable. But the moment that she mentions it, I find a way to cut off. Because of her, not because of me. Because sometimes she tells me that she trusts me, but does she trust those women?
Yeah.
So that is so. If it's a friendship that you appreciate, that you value, please bring him or her. Okay, if it's the man, he should bring the woman home. If it's the woman, you should let the man know that this is the person and it's a valuable friendship. For instance, let me quickly say this. So I have a friend that even the husband, I don't talk to the husband so much, but my friend, I've added so much value to her that her husband, in fact, just appreciates God for me.
Beautiful.
Being her friend.
I'm
not the husband's friend.
I was going to ask for the positive and negative consequences of such friendships, and you just brought it up. Because there are actually positive and negative consequences. Like the woman has become a better wife because she has you as a friend. Why? Because you've taught her many positive things on how to handle her husband. And the husband is grateful to you even though he's not your friend. Beautiful. But it could be the other way around. I'm a man and this is your husband is doing this, okay, handle him this way. Because he wants to destroy your home. So let's talk about the consequences of such friendships. Okay.
So like you have said, there are positive, there are negative consequences. The positive is one that I just mentioned.
Said,
yeah, the negative one, yes. There are people that wrongly advise their friends. And the kind of advice they have given has made their friends to run into trouble in their homes. I always say this: anyone that's advising you to do things against your spouse is not really a good friend. Try and find a way to let her, have a middle ground with her husband. I've had cases where I would always encourage my friends not to leave their homes. Even if the husband is doing some nonsense things, there's a way that I talk to them. I don't bring down the husband. That's your husband. He's a useless man. He's very wicked. And then you say, yes, I know now. In fact, there are times when my friends tell me, come, are you on my side or you are on my husband's side? Whose side are you? Am I not your friend? Yes, you are my friend, but I'm telling you the truth. So a friend that is not able to tell you the truth about issues will bring negative consequences at the end of the day.
Now you're saying the truth. A man is battering his wife, beating her, and about to kill her. And you are said, what kind of truth are you going to tell her? That your husband is good?
No.
Battering you.
Okay, so it's very simple. Here's the thing. A woman will say that she wants to retaliate. I'm going to break his head too. Are you going to tell her, go ahead and break his head? No. That's not how it works.
Okay.
So if the man is battering you and he wants to kill you, leave that house. That is not too much to say. Because your life is involved.
The momentary separation will help. Yeah.
Separate from that, because the man will kill you. But But I will not say you should go and retaliate. That he slapped you yesterday. Be okay, you to go and carry mortar
and
break his head.
My guest has been Mr. Soji Olayinka, and he's actually a very good friend of mine. Thank you for watching, and we'll come again your way some other time. God bless you.